Alright, before we get into this surface level video, quick spoiler warning. Even though the game's been out for a little bit, I don't want to give too much of it away, but there will be some spoilers, so if you care about that, this probably ain't the video for you. Before we start, I want to give a shout out to my friend Tim. He does a game review every week, so go check him out. He's fucking dope. First link in the description. And now to the video. Cyberpunk 2077 is a diamond in the rut. I know it's silly to call it that, when in theory it's a severely popular game, but I don't believe it's fully got the credit it deserves. Cyberpunk was overly hyped prior to its release on September 17th, 2020. Having so much hype and such high standards made the devs rush it, which led to some hilarious yet almost game-breaking bugs. I'll get to those later in the video. So the game lets you choose 1 of 3 life paths, which in turn already gives the game replayability and can help you decide how you want to portray yourself to other characters, whether it's a badass street kid, a rogue nomad, or a stuck-up corporal cunt. Sorry, I got worked up for a second. You get a variety of dialogue options specific to the lifestyle you choose to live. You can also decide what you want to be skilled at, whether it's being a pro hacker, an expert marksman, a deadly melee assassin, and so much more. But be careful, because like me, you learn the hard way that you only have enough perks to be a pro at some things or very average at everything. Now, as I've said, I'm an achievement whore, so I've decided to achievement hunt this game because it seemed attainable, which has led me to play a second playthrough right after 100% completing the first run. My first playthrough, I did all the side missions, every single gig in the game, hours upon hours of grinding, but I made one little mistake. I didn't upgrade crafting because I'm not a fucking loser. However, my initial plan wasn't to fully play my second playthrough, but to rush through the storyline and finish the achievement. But however, I find it so hard to rush through because I get to re-experience time with characters that I haven't seen in 80 hours plus of gameplay for one reason or another. I just haven't played in that long, or maybe they kicked the bucket. Now, Cyberpunk does a great job in giving you characters that you can grow fond of quickly, and even if they're in the game for a short period of time, they're at least funny enough or just interesting enough to hold your attention until you remember them. So basically what this game is great at is giving you these great characters and having them fucking ripped away from you in the blink of an eye. Meeting people like Judy, Jackie, Pan Am, these are just a few. And not to forget the main man of the game, Johnny motherfucking Silverhand. That's what they call him. I swear, look it up. Don't look it up. And the great thing about all these characters, they're not just a copy and paste of each other. They all have their own diverse personalities, and they're drastically different. Some could be, really polite and helpful or flirty and somewhat nothing to do with you, and some are just fucking cockheads. I'm looking at you, Johnny. He's a fucking dick all game, but he has a nice development arc, and he quickly becomes one of your favorite characters for the sole reason that either it's fucking Keanu Reeves, or his personality and his growth with you, the player, is so astronomical, which makes the ending that much harder. I'm gonna leave it at that. Now, this game crushes side quests for the most part, whether it's a sentient, talking, hilarious vending machine named Brendan.
I'm Brendan, your friendly neighborhood SCSM, and the nicest AI in all of Night City.
To a talking pistol named Skippy, that's kind of a smartass.
Smart gun with built-in AI, experimental model. Name, Skippy.
Skippy? Seriously?
Increasing volume by 66%. Name.
I'm not deaf!
But he's fucking dope. He's a talking pistol, come on. Or to a man who with his cock on fire due to a malfunction of cyberware.
I gotta get to a Ripper, man!
I know we've all been there. You get to escort him to the hospital. And in this cockfire mission, it gives you a choice. It gives you a moral choice. This game thinks I'll slam on the brakes willingly and not run over this class that walks out in the middle of the street.
Just our luck.
Those fucking kids are gonna turn to pancakes quicker than you can blink your eyes, okay? Sadly, I think the game stops you from running them over because, morality, whatever. The side quests in this game make it worth pausing the main quest, and the side quests alone can help you log in easily an extra 5 hours. And I mean if you do every little thing. And who could forget that time you literally fucking crucify a guy?
Truly, I say to you, today you will be with me in paradise.
Crazy shit. As I said previously, upon release, and even to the day I'm making this video, the game does have its fair share of bugs. Whether it's flying cars, T-posing enemies, or just walking through walls, the game in no way is in perfect condition. And not to take attention away from more of the major bugs like the game fucking crashing for driving into a new area you haven't unlocked yet. But to be honest, the little bugs didn't really take away from the game and actually made it a little bit more funny to me, even though it wasn't actually intentional or a part of the game. A complaint I do have on this game is the driving does feel a bit clunky. It feels like 2 2012 gaming, and it definitely could have been a lot smoother for the place we're at right now in game design. Not to say that you don't get used to the driving rather quickly, it just definitely could improve. Another negative of this game is it could eventually feel repetitive if you're not really changing up your play style, if you're doing just the same kind of quests. You know, it could be shoot someone, retrieve this, sneak in, steal this, and it could feel repetitive to some people. But there is the chance to switch up what you're doing, your playstyle, your approach. You can go stealth, you can go loud, you can go long range killing, you can go up close, sneaking and melee. So there's ways to diversify what you're doing, but in concept, it can be repetitive in a way. I would say this game has a very good soundtrack. They made some of their own songs to go on the radio in cars, which are absolute fucking bangers. I don't think there was one time in this game I'm like, oh, what the fuck is this song? Okay, maybe once or twice, but that's not the point. How did I wait this long to talk about the main purpose of the game? No fucking idea. But the story of V and Johnny Silverhand, a terrorist from the past that's stuck in the main character's V's head, which in turn is killing him. Their goal is to separate so V can have his body back, even though Johnny's kind of an asshole and wants to keep it at the beginning. Even going as far into wanting to kill V, but we still love the guy. Like I touched on before, their arc is so amazing. Going from Johnny trying to kill V to wanting to save his life, that being his goal, knowing in the end that one of them can stay, and Johnny said, when it comes to it, I'll die for you, you can keep your body. Pretty fucking epic game move if I say so myself, Johnny. And this bond that they get throughout the game, getting closer and closer, even though they don't agree on everything, they still love each other, but they won't admit it because they're just both badass guys, or girls. Characters will say, you know, whoever you want to play as, I don't fucking care. Which makes the ending of this game, no matter how you slice it, it makes it very difficult to choose how you want to end it, because the ending has 3 different options you can go with, and they all lead to a different kind of cutscene, which adds to the diversity of the game. I won't go over all the endings. I don't really want to spoil anything too far, because I do think you guys should play it on your own and experience it if you haven't already. But all I will say is that the Pan Am ending is my favorite personally. And if you've played it and you got this ending, you know what I'm talking about. If you've seen it, you know what I'm talking about. But if not, I do suggest you go play it because it is fucking dope and it's beautiful. So I think this wraps up this base level review on the game. I know this review is a little bit late. This game is 2 months away from being a year old. I do feel very strongly about this game, and I suggest you guys give it a try if you haven't already. Even if you stick to just the main storyline, you can spend a lot of hours on it and enjoy it, and if you find yourself enjoying it a lot, then you can break off and do the side things. Based on an absolutely not calculated scale and no algorithm, I would give this game an 8.88 out of 10, with little room to improve, but it was an amazing experience and definitely worth a playthrough, if not multiple. What you guys think of the game? Let me know. Make sure you let me know if you want to do this kind of video style again. You know, maybe with another game or a movie that's very old, because I'm very behind on trends. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace out.